Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Katrina's Creation. I am Katrina. I did a video yesterday, that was just to show you the finished unicorn hoodie that I did. That's at present in the washing machine. It's been a busy day today. I've already started the next order that I'm doing, and I've got some bits to show you because I was good all week. I took you round to a shop called QD's and showed you some of the yarn selection they have in there. I also took you round Hobbycraft. They've extended their yarn that they've got in there, but it's still very expensive. Thanks to my thanks to the crafting community that we've got and some of the friends that I have on YouTube, my enablers, that's what I should say, I did go to Aldi and I did buy yarn, and I shouldn't have, but it doesn't come around at Aldi very often, and I thought, well, you know, it's not that expensive. I'll just get a little few bits and keep them at home, and if I use them, I use them. If I don't, I'll donate them. So, what shall I start with first? Right. Let's start with the Aldi yarn. Right, so they had like in Aldi, I don't know how many of you know Aldi that well, but they have their aisles where they have the big like metal sort of bins where they have stuff in, and that's where they keep the yarn. You have to look out for it. I knew that they had Aran there because I did say yesterday in the video that I thought it was Lucie Coates that had been to Aldi. Now I don't think it was Lucie. I think that it was Denise from Dear Designs. So if you haven't seen Denise from Dear Designs, go and have a look. Also Lucie Coates, go and have a look. So I think I got the two confused, and it was Denise because I'm sure she got this same yarn from Aldi as well. So this is the first one. So this is Aldi's yarn, Aran weight. This is a 400 gram ball. It's approximately 800 meters. It's 80% acrylic, 20% wool. So I think these are like £4 something, £4.99 or something like that. So I got two of those ones. And I got two of this like dark red sort of colour, and it is so lovely and soft. The colour for this one is K122. You should be able to see that there. And it is So Crafty Aran yarn. Colour on there. Oh, this is Bordeaux, the colour for this one. The colour for this one is called Crown Blue, and the colour number is K650. So there you go. So I've got 4 big balls of those. Oh, this is my son. Kids, eh? So there's the other one. The other one's here. So this is already spoken for. I don't know about the blue, but I did pick up that red knowing that it's going to be used. They also had the packs of the double knits in the 4 packs. So this one's navy blue. Yeah, it's even called navy blue. The colour code for this is K632. 100 gram ball, 100% acrylic, and approximately 300 meters. So yeah, this is nice and soft as well. For an acrylic, it is really soft. So I got 1 pack of navy blue. I got 1 pack of dark green, and I also got 1 pack of red. But my son's been in here. Oh, there's 2 holes in it. my son asked me to pick him up some wool when I was in Aldi so that he could make something, because he can crochet but he never actually finishes anything. So I thought I'll pick up the red and the green for myself, because these are Christmassy colours. I thought I could make some bits out of these for Christmas, and I got this for my son. No, he took the red. So yeah, that is the lot from Aldi. So these bits will be for Christmas. I don't know what I'll use this one for now, but this one's been nicked. So yeah, that's everything that I've got from Aldi. I now need to find a home, because I might, once I finish recording this video, take you out into where my yarn is and show you how much yarn is out there and how I haven't got no space. It's actually quite ridiculous, the amount of space I don't have, and I'm still buying. So I'll put them back in the bags just to get them out of the way. Sorry for the rustling, but I need to put them away because I've got a little puppy that likes to chew everything, and he doesn't discriminate against my yarn. So I need to get that out of the way. Oh. Also this week, I did say last week about the crochet socks I was doing, and I didn't like how they were coming out. So I bought myself a pattern. I bought that pattern. Serdar pattern. And it's double knit, so I know a lot of socks are made in 4-ply, or there's even sock yarn, so 4-ply, really thin yarn, but I haven't got any, and I've got loads of double knit, so I found a pattern where you can use double knits. So these are, well, these are the socks, and you've got also ankle warmers and like the, what are they called, wrist warmers. So yeah, I've got that pattern, so I'm going to give that a try. And to accompany that, I also bought some circular needles. These ones, so they're specially just to make socks. They're small. So I got, this one is 3.25. This one is a 4mm, and this one is a 4.5. So I've got all of those so that I've got the right size needles to make the socks, and I'm going to get a project bag for them and put them away so that I can, when I'm fed up of crocheting for a bit, I can do a couple of rows on some socks. So yeah, I've got that, but it's just, I don't know when I'm going to get time because I've got so much stuff to do. Also, thank you to Jan. If you don't know who Jan is, go and check her out. Jan is like the mother of all of us crafters, all of us YouTubers that are crafting, have crafting YouTube channels. I love Jan's bit, she's adorable. But she mentions a designer quite a lot that Jan works from, Doris Chan. I think it's one of her favourite like designers for patterns. She's made a few bits, and she's mentioned a book, and I found the book on eBay, and I've been watching it for a while, and I thought, well, this was before I bought yarn from Aldi. I haven't bought no yarn, so I could treat myself and get myself a pattern book. So I did, and this is what I got. Everyday Crochet by Doris Chan. There's quite a few nice bits and pieces in here. So I haven't actually had the chance to look over it properly because it came this morning. I think this cost £12 and free delivery. So yeah, I've got that. It shows you on the back some of the bits that it's got in there. So yeah, if you're interested in garments, and what I have noticed in this book as well is that these sizes in here go up to quite large sizes, which helps me out. But when you've got a finished item, it gives you the finished bust size. A lot of things only go up to like a 42 or a 44 if you're lucky. This goes up to a 56 inch chest on that pattern. I don't know if they're all the same, Some of them are larger. There's a 60-inch one there, 60-inch. Yeah, so they are considerably larger sizes that you can go up to in this book. So if that's the case, and Doris Chan does that with all of her patterns, she will have another person buying from her, because it's hard to find nice garments to crochet or knit that go up to a size of a person like me, because I'm not exactly tiny. Also, I did say I finished the unicorn hooded cardigan. That's in the wash now. I have another order that I got a couple of days after the unicorn hoodie for the baby star cocoon. If you're a regular on YouTube and you do watch us crafters, you would have seen that Lucie Coates did a video a couple of days ago, and she did the same baby star cocoon that I was going to be doing. Hers is in yellow and white. I think she used Karen's Simply Soft. Yeah, I'm sure she used Karen's Simply Soft. She did point in the right direction of where the pattern is. And it was on Ravelry as well, because I did see it on there. But since I don't know whether it's because there's been a spike in people looking for the pattern, that everyone all of a sudden wants to jump on it and get this pattern, but it doesn't seem to be on Ravelry anymore. The pattern that's online, it's still there, but for some reason it wouldn't let me print it out. I don't know why. I haven't managed to print it out yet. So I've been working, I've just been going online onto Google, looking at the pattern on there and doing what I need to do, and just doing that, because I haven't actually got a printed out pattern. But I have started the pentagon, which is here. This is the yarn that you see me pick up in QD's the other day. I think it was £1.29 a ball. Let me see. I've got them here. I'll tell you the details on this. So I'm sure it was £1.29 a ball. Is there a receipt in here? Receipt. Yeah, £1.29 per ball per 100 grams. 100 grams, 100% acrylic, 280 meters. It says knits to all double knit patterns. It's got all of your machine and tumble dry and instructions on there. Needle size 4mm needles or hooks. Yeah, and this is just basically mint green, pale. This is pale green, but it's like a minty green. So yeah, this is the yarn here. Happy Sheep. So it's baby yarn, and that's the details there. I will tell you now, for £1.29 it works up perfectly. So let me just, because I don't want to lose my stitch, let me pull that through a bit. So this is my pentagon. It is started. I did do this last night. The only thing is the pattern itself calls for a 5mm hook. I think the yarn it would call for would be worsted weight, which is Aran over here, and I haven't used Aran. I've used double knit, so it's coming out slightly smaller than it would do if I used the correct yarn. So I should have really finished this pentagon, I think, a row ago, but I'm carrying on with this just to make it slightly bigger, because the pattern is for, I'm sure it's for 0 to 3 months. I'm making it for a child that is 3 to 6 months, so it needs to be a little bit bigger anyway, and I've got to adapt it because I'm using the double knit. So this is going to be a bit of trial and error to try and get it right how I want it. So I'm going to do the first side first, and I keep looking at it thinking, right, is that big enough? No, it's not. Let me go around again. So yeah, this is what I'm working on at the moment. This wool is absolutely lovely to work with, yarn wool. get confused. I grew up saying wool, but now everyone says yarn. So I tried to say yarn, but we call it wool in England. It is wool, even though it's not, it's acrylic, but. So, yeah, this is working up lovely. Hopefully, I'm going to spend the weekend on this. I've tried to get as much cleaning and bits and done as I can. It's Friday today, so it's in and out day. My son's got trampolining later on. So, yeah, it's a bit of a hectic day, but I'm not cooking today. I really can't be bothered. So, yeah, that's basically it for me. Because I did a video yesterday, I haven't really got anything else to show you. I showed you the finished item that I had yesterday, and I also showed you the books that I got. These ones that were on sale in QDs. I got 2 of them. There was only 74p. You can't even get a normal pattern for 74p, let alone a whole book. So I've got 2 of these, and one of these will be for me. One I'm using for a giveaway once I reach 100 subscribers. So I am putting things aside for that, for when I get to that point. Haven't got there yet, but once I do, I will let everyone know. I think that's it, really. I haven't really got anything else to say. I'm not sure. The dog might go off in a minute because she's hearing something outside. And the ears are up. No. So, yeah, that's about it, really. I haven't got any plans to buy anything else craft related at the moment. I've got patterns that I need to be using, really. I've got that book as well. I've kind of got behind on myself because I keep getting orders and I'm trying to get the orders done, and then once I get the orders done, I'm trying to then go back to my Christmas stuff. But it seems to be every time I get an order and I think, yes, getting close to finishing it, someone else will pop up and say, oh, can you do this? And I get another order. And I'm just like, oh. And then with finishing the unicorn hoodie, my niece came round yesterday. She absolutely loved it. She's like, Auntie, can you make me one? But I want it in red. That's what that Aran yarn will be used for, because she's 6, she'll be 7 this year, so she's got quite a bit of height on her, so it would have to be quite a bit bigger for it to fit her. So that's why I got 2 of those. And my other niece, her older sister, I'm not sure whether she wanted one, so if she does, I've got the blue there to use for her, or if she wants a different colour, I can find a different colour. But yeah, that's basically it. So this yarn here is spoken for. This will be my niece Kira's. So I don't know about making other stuff for other people at the moment because I'm all over the place. Trying to get all these orders done, trying to keep up with day-to-day chores and activities, and trying to stay on my diet, but it's not going so well. I put on £2 this week. I just can't get back into it. I've gone on holiday. I came back from holiday and I actually did well when I was away, because I came back and I only put on £1 the whole time I was away. And then I've come back from holiday and just not been able to get back into the whole mojo of being back on a diet, and I put on £2 this week, so I wasn't very happy with myself. I just can't help it. It's just one of those things. So I'll get there eventually, and then Christmas will be here, and then I'll lose track again and start all over again, and it's just long. So yeah, how is everyone within our crafting community? I do try to pop on to Facebook every now and then and say, like, comment on people's stuff if I see something. What was I commenting on the other day? Remember now, but yeah, I do see if you're interested in having a look at some of the things that we're making, some of the things we're doing, you can also look for me on Facebook. I'm Katrina Creations on there. I've got my own account, Katrina's Creation, on Facebook, so you can add me as a friend on there, or I also have a group on Facebook called Katrina's Creations as well, but I don't very often go on the group. I need to sort that out, but it's sharing an iPad with my son. 1 minute I'm trying to do something on it and the next minute he's got it and he's using it to do I do not know what on there. So yeah, so you can add me on there. Also Karen from Kassalistics, the channel here on YouTube, she's got her own group on Facebook. I can't remember what it's called though. Is it called Kassalistics? Not sure. I might have to put that in the description. I know Sian from Sian's Crafty Corner has also got a group. So if you're interested in anything like that, just have a look. You can find us all here on YouTube. You can also find us all on Facebook. We're all there. So yeah, I just wanted to come and show you those bits. I'm going to go and make a cup of tea. I'm dying for a cup of tea because I woke up late this morning. I was supposed to go out. Well, I did go out with my friend. She had a meeting today. And she said, I'll pick you up at 11:30. I was like, lovely, I'll be ready. She rings me at 11 o'clock. I was still in bed sleeping. Didn't even know what the time was. She's like, you still coming? I was like, yeah. She goes, I'll be there to pick you up in about 20 minutes. I was like, what? Jump out of bed. I had to brush my teeth, get myself sorted out, feed the dogs. Like, you know, when you just literally don't have time to do stuff, but you get it all fitted in. Like, yeah, so I did all that. We went for the meeting and then we came back. Then my son phoned me. He went to see his nan and his dad in London and he was coming back, but he started work at 4, so can I pick him up from the train station at 2 o'clock? Lovely. So I picked him up, came home. Well, I picked him up, I went and got a few bits from the shop, then came home and did some washing up and put some washing on and hung some washing out, and I've got just Hoover up now and that's it. I'm back to clean until my older son gets home from work later. So yeah, I don't know what everyone else is up to this weekend. What am I up to? I'm not up to anything really. It's just going to be a nice quiet weekend at home, I think. I do need to cut my grass. I went out there a little while ago and did poop patrol. I love my dogs to bits, but I wish they could actually just sit on the toilet and go toilet on the toilet, because having 3 of them, how many times a day does the average dog go toilet? And when I say go toilet, I'm not talking about a number 1, I'm talking about a number 2, because I think my dogs must go about 4 or 5 times a day, because the amount that goes out there, and I'm out there all the time picking it up, but it just seems to be loads and loads and loads. They are literally full of crap. They are. All they do is eat, sleep and crap. That is basically it. So yeah, I was out there earlier picking up some of it. I've only done half the garden and the bag was full. I don't even know how they do it. So I've got to do the rest and mow the garden. But as much as it was looking kind of bright today, it's looking cloudy now. I was hoping it would hold out for a bit, because I thought I'll get the rest of that dog poo picked up and then I'll quickly go over and mow the garden, because I haven't got a very big garden. So, but no, I don't know if that's going to happen now, because it's looking very dark and cloudy out there. So much for the Great British Summer, eh? Winter is coming. It is. Heating's been on every day this last week. Terrible, terrible, terrible. And I took the dogs out for a walk last night, all 3 of them. My son was going over to my sister's to sit with my nieces for a bit, and I said I'd walk him down because we live 2 roads apart. So he said, okay, I'll come with you, walk down, I'll help you with one of the dogs. I was like, okay, fine. So he held 1 dog, I held 2. On the way back, I took him to my sister's. On the way back now, that was a headache. I don't know why I thought I could do that. Well, I can do it. It's the 2 older dogs pull. My youngest one, the puppy, he doesn't know whether he's coming or going. 1 minute he wants to sit down, then he wants to get up. Then he starts crying because he can't keep up with the other 2. And it was just, they kept tangling. It was, if you would have seen the 3 dog leads in my hand, by the time I got home, it looked like I'd crocheted them together. That's how tangled they were, because they never just walk in a straight line. They're weaving within each other, and I was just like, I can't deal with it. I can't cope. I can't cope. And then every time another dog comes along, this one here, Suki, the brown one, she's mouth almighty. People must see her and think that she's a vicious dog, but she isn't. She just gets excited when there's other dogs around, but it's not excited when she wants to do anything. She just gets excited there's another dog and starts barking, and other people get scared. So yeah, that's basically what we do. It's always her. She's the instigator. Then the white one, Cleo, will start, and then this little one's just sitting there just looking, not having a clue at what's going on. But that was hard work last night, trying to take all three of them, and I've got him trying not to walk and these two trying to pull me. I felt like I was being split in half. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to repeat that tonight, but then my son's back from London, so he can take his dog out, and I'll take my dog out because my dog's only little. So yes, what is everyone got planned for the weekend? Anyone going anywhere nice? I did see something on Facebook about Yarndale. I don't know if that's now or it's coming up, but is anyone going there? So I was looking at it, and I was just wondering, do you go there and just look at yarns? Is it different types of yarns? Are they showing you? I don't know. I've never been to anything like that. So, like, does anybody know? Have anybody ever been? Because there's another vlogger on YouTube, Nottingham, and she was talking about the whole Yarndale thing. And I think she's got a whole coach of people going, and they had to have their own uniform, and it was a pattern they chose. And they all made that same, I think it was a jumper or a top or some sort. They all knitted the same thing, but obviously different variations of it, so different colours, different sizes. And she said that was their Yarndale uniform. So I think she's going, but I've never actually been. So I'm just wondering, does anybody know what Yarndale is about? They should really, if we think about it as crafters, why is it us in the UK don't get the things that they get in the States, like the tent sales? Has anyone ever seen Mikey from the Crochet Crowd, his videos of the tent sales and how much yarn they have? We should have things like that here. Why is it that we're so far behind compared to everyone else when it comes to things? It's always... Oh, that was the vets telling me it's time to give my dog its spot on. Thank you, vets. There'll be another one come through in a minute for the other dog. Yeah, I feel like we're so far behind when it comes to yarns compared to other countries. We're just over here, it's all set on mostly double knit, Aran, and a bit of 4-ply. We don't get as much varieties as what they do get in the States. But I actually was thinking one day that I could go to the States, I would take my case and my hand luggage, and I would have my clothes in my hand luggage, and I'd go to a tent sale and fill it with yarn. And if you think about it, yarn isn't really as heavy as your clothes, so you could probably squeeze in a lot more than what you think you can. And if you vacuum packed them in the sacks, the vacuum sacks, you could probably get even more. But I was thinking to do that. I was actually, because it's just like, it's not fair. We need to have those tent sales over here. And we're now starting to get an influx of more of the yarns from America, but they're really expensive over here. I know obviously the price of what it would be normally, and then the shipping and all of that, but if they're bringing it in bulk, it can't be costing them that much for them to be putting the price on to us. And it's just like the other day when I was in Hobbycraft and I saw the Karen baby cakes, and there is one there that I really do want. My son's best friend is pregnant and she's having a little girl, and I want to make her some bits. It's her first baby and she's still quite young, but I want to make her some bits for her baby. And I saw that Karen baby cakes one. I think it's got the pink and the brown and the cream. It was really nice. I thought that would make a lovely blanket. But when I looked at it, because the Karen cakes are a lot bigger compared to the baby cakes. The Karen cakes are £10, but I'm sure they're near enough. They're just under 300 grams. Or are they under 200? But the baby cakes was 100 grams and it was £8 for that 100 grams. And to make a baby blanket with a worsted weight yarn, which is like Aran for 100 grams, it's not going to go far. it won't go far at all, and you'd have to buy quite a few of them to actually make something significant. So £8 for 100 grams, and I know they don't sell them for that price over in the States. It's not feasible. Like, the British pound at the moment isn't doing very well for itself. They really need to look at the prices. So until those prices come down, I won't be purchasing carrot cakes or baby cakes from Hobbycraft. I would prefer to look online, probably order them from Yarn Inspirations. I know Bella Coco, she's also got a channel on here on YouTube. She's got her own store, and she was selling the Karen Simply Soft. I think she still does, and I'm sure she even got cakes as well, but I'm not sure how much she's selling them for on there. I haven't looked lately. But there is other places that you can get them from, or even if you look on eBay. I love this yarn. They have different colours, variegated, is it variegated yarn? They have all of those on there, and you'd get 500 and something gram balls for like 15 quid, which is still kind of pricey, but for the name and for how much you're getting, it's a lot better than one carrot cake. So yeah, I just don't know what they're going to do, but there need to be more variation, more varieties for us. I think that they're just kind of, they just put a little bit of some stuff and just think, right, that'll do. And it's like that Bonnette blanket, is it the Bonnette blanket, the really thick yarn? I showed one in QD's that was arm knitting yarn, and there's a Burnett one that's very similar in thickness. Don't know about the texture because I didn't feel the Burnett one, or did I? No, I didn't, because it was in a plastic. But it's the same sort of thickness, but the price difference, the one in QD, I think it was, I'd have to look at the video. I know it was around a fiver, around a fiver, and the Burnett one was £15. It's just like, if someone wanted to do some arm knitting with yarn that thick, one pack of that yarn would basically cast on your stitches, and you'd be lucky if you was to get your first row out of it. And they're charging £15, and it's not gonna go anywhere. I just think it's a bit outrageous. It's a bit, I know they've got to get their money back for making the yarn and all of that sort of stuff, but they really need to check the prices, because there's a lot of people out there that can't afford to pay that sort of money for yarn. I've had people say to me, oh, can you make the blankets, the arm knitted blankets, the really thick ones? And I say to them, I could make it, it's not hard, but it's going to cost a couple of £100. And when they're like, what? I show them that yarn, you have to buy it by, I've seen it by the pound, and I think it's something like £5 of it is, was it around £100? It wasn't a lot, and it was really expensive. And once I tell them and I show them how much it costs, they don't want it no more. They seem to think that because it's wool, and they see wool in Poundland and places like that, and it's not expensive, it would be cheap. It's not. It is expensive. And a lot of people don't like paying for our time, let alone the materials, because we sit here and we make these things for people, and they're like, yeah, it was so lovely, and then you tell them how much the materials cost and how much you want for it, and they're just like, oh, well, that's a bit expensive. Well, yeah, because you're paying for our time. But yeah, so I only really make things for people now that I'm kind of, I know quite well. I don't do for strangers anymore. Or I do things where if I've got something that I want to make but I don't necessarily need it, I'll make it so that I've had that experience of making it, and then I'll put it up for sale. So I do try not to do too many orders. All the orders that I've been getting are from people that I know quite well and that have had stuff from me before. So yeah, shouldn't really start ranting really, should I? But no, it does wind me up a bit about the whole yarn situation, because there's so much yarn out there, and over here in the UK it's like we're so backwards with stuff like that. And when we do eventually get it, it's so extortionate, we can't afford to go and get it. So, but yes, so I'm going to go because I don't think, no I can't. I was going to see if I could turn my camera around and then I will take you out and show you my yarn, but I can't. So what I might do is stop this video here and then I might have to put my flash on because it's under the stairs. So it's like, as you go out my living room door here, you got a hallway and the stairs is over this side, and under my stairs is all of my yarn. So I will try and show it, but it's quite dark under there, so I don't know how much of it you'll see because I haven't actually got a light under there. So if you give me a minute, well it won't even be a minute because I'll press stop here and then I'll come back on and then you'll see me again. So I know everyone's been dying to have a look at the mess that I call my stash. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, bye. Hi everyone. So this is under my stairs. You can see this is my living room here. That's where my front door is. I'll put the light on there, but not that it makes much difference, but my flash is on, so you might be able to see. So I've got, they're not really sorted out because I haven't got round to that yet. So my brother put these shelves up for me. This one ain't too bad, but this one and the one at the bottom are falling apart because there's so much stuff on them. So these are my blocking mats. I still haven't actually opened them yet. They're still in the packaging. I can't talk today. What did I just drop? Right, so this is some of it. Down here is where I keep all my packs. So as you can see, I've got packs and packs and packs and packs and more packs and more, and my ice and packs. This has got some items in it that are finished that I haven't put up for sale. This has got a baby reborn doll for when I've made baby bits and I try it on, so I keep that in there so it doesn't get dusty. This is yarn, more, oh god, there's so much of it, you forget how much you've got. So you can see I have actually got way too much. This is why I need to do another sort out, and Karen needs to get sent some because, oh, I didn't know I had that purple there. Oh, that will come in handy, that will. Oh, I'll have to remember that. Right, so I pulled all this out now and it's all falling. Right, so get that in. Why did I even do that? So these are some of my ice yarns that I've ordered. Where's this coming from? Is there an open ball somewhere? Oh, now it's just falling on me now. So, yeah, try and get these back in some sort of order because Puppy thinks that these are his playthings and they're not. So, get that out the way. Also, if I can do it, can you see I've got boxes underneath the shelf that have more yarn in. So there's other stuff over there, but there's more boxes that say. And then, if you can see, yarn. These are my ice cakes. Karen's Simply Soft. I don't think I've got anything in that one yet. Oh, no, it's all falling out. See what you guys make me do. And then this side, all my Karen. Oh, this has got fabric in it, this drawer. And my sewing bits. And these are beads for dummy clips that I make as well. So, yeah. Oh, more ice. I showed you that not too long ago, so I still haven't unpacked it because I've got so many bits and pieces. That's a pillow. So I bought 2 of those when I tested Karen's pillow for her, and this is the yarn from the Bob Marley that I'm doing at the moment, which I need to get a move on. So I have got quite a bit. and I need to sort it all out really. But, oh, hold on, I'm lying to you. This isn't actually all of it. Let me just show you. Right, so that's not all of it. In here now, this is my TV unit. I have to put my TV on pause while I'm recording so you don't hear nothing. But this is the TV unit that my TV stands on. More yarn. Did someone say I have a problem? Yes, I have a problem. I'm sure, yeah, there's yarn in there as well. And look, this is my suitcase from my holiday. I took all my dirty clothes out and left the rest in there. I'm so lazy. And there's more yarn. And that's my son's Segway down there. So, yeah, every little space I can find. See, look, now everything's falling. Should never have done it. Yeah, every little space that I can find to put yarn in, I will. So, yeah, that's a look at my messy yarn haul. I need to sort it all out. I need a craft room like Jan, but if I was to get a craft room like Jan, I would spend money on yarn all the time just to fill the room up. So I think I'm just going to try and keep it here. Anyway, that's it from me for this week. I need to sort all this out and put it all back now. So I pulled it all out. But, yeah, that was a look at my stash, my yarn stash. And I hope everyone will have a good weekend and you will get a video from me. Hopefully, I'm going to try and start doing 2 a week. So hopefully you should get a video beginning of the week and then another one on Friday. So everyone, take care. I hope you've got loads of yarn like me to keep you company when you're all lonely at night like I am, apart from the dogs. But yeah, that's it. So I will see you all soon. Take care and happy crafting. Bye.